Why did the government of the world's biggest economy shut down for 3 days? We explore the legislative standoff that brought the US government to a standstill. Hello, I'm Anand Naidu in Washington, D.C., and this is The Heat. After a 3-day shutdown, US lawmakers have reached a deal to keep the government open and funded. But it's only temporary. They still have to address the core reasons behind the shutdown. To give us the rundown, here is CGTN's Nathan King. He joins us from the White House. And Nathan, what exactly is a government shutdown? How did the US get into this situation?
Yeah, people write books about this, Anand, so I'm just going to try and keep it as simple as possible. But under the unique system of American government and budgets, they basically can't agree on a budget. That is because we're so politically polarised here. So they've had these things called continuing resolutions, which pay for the government to stay open for a certain amount of time. However, in the Senate, you need 60 votes to pass it. Because no party has that, it means the other party, opposition, the Democrats, can stop that funding measure from going through. And that's what they did, basically, on Friday, because they wanted their ideas about immigration to be included. Remember, they want a solution to the so-called Dreamers problem. There's about 800,000 illegal immigrants who arrived as children with their parents through no fault of their own. This is the country, literally, that they've only known. In return, the Republicans, who are very tough on immigration, as you know, President Trump wants to build a wall with Mexico, but they're not going to pay for it. They wanted $20 billion for that and other immigration stuff put in. No one could agree, so the government was shut down. As is what a government shutdown. Well, it doesn't mean the lights turn off at the White House. It's actually a limited shutdown. The military keep on going, essential services, but no one really gets paid until that piece of paper has been signed. It has now been signed, but the catch is only till February the 8th. About 3 weeks away. We could be back here unless there's some sort of deal on immigration. Various promises about a vote for the Democrats on what they want and potential compromises, but we are far away from that. Essentially, we've hit the reset button, more negotiations, and we could see a shutdown once more.
Nathan, you did say this is unique, but if we look at other major democracies around the world, I mean, they're made up of competing factions, political factions. That's what makes them democracies. Has this ever happened in other places? What are the kind of safeguards that other governments put in place?
No, it is unique, and let me explain quickly why. In the US, you basically have a Congress with 2 houses, and you also have a White House. The executive and the legislative are split. If you look at, for example, the United Kingdom, Australia, other Western democracies, they basically have a bicameral system, 2 houses, but the executive is the leading power in the legislative. That means any budget vote is essentially a vote of confidence against the government. So it doesn't really happen that much. And here, you need the support of the president, who signs everything into law, and also both houses of Congress as well. And that 60 vote, that sort of super majority that we talked about in the Senate, is very important. It's more by custom than rule. It wasn't written into the Constitution, and there have been threats to take it away. But of course, if you're the dominant party one year, you could be the minority party the next. So if you vote it away, it could come back to harm you. All this is a unique feature of the American political system. And perhaps more unique now is the bitterness that we have seen, not just since Donald Trump was elected, but during the Obama years as well. Remember, there was a shutdown under his administration in 2013. And it is this polarized politics and the way that budgets are held up hostage to other concerns that is really the problem here. Not a great example to set to the rest of the world and Western democracies, is it?
No, it isn't. Thanks, Nathan. That's CGTN's Nathan King reporting from the White House.